Okay, today we're going to start out with our warm-up. So first things first, we're going to do our walking hip openers, and we're going to bring front, side, down. We're going to do 3 sets of 10. When we do this, we're just telling the hip joint it's time to wake up and get ready for movement, increasing our ability to use our available range of motion in that hip. Telling it it's time to lubricate the joint and get our hips ready for movement. I actually was working out at my college gym the other day, and I saw the football players doing this all the way around the track. So that was fun. Once you've done 3 sets of 10 of these guys, and your hips are nice and warm, then we're going to do walkouts to plank. So 10 of these. And the important thing to remember with this is when we do our walkouts to a plank, we need to engage our abs, and we need to make sure that we're not moving our hips. So I'll show you a right one here. I'm just going to very gently walk out to the plank and then come back. The incorrect way to do this would to be moving your butt back and forth. So don't have a lot of motion here. Try really hard to keep that butt as in line as possible. It's gonna move a little bit because that's what booties do. But do 3 sets of 10 of those as well. Walking out and walking back, that's 1. Our next that we're gonna do are 4 sets of 10. So 2 sets on each side of squat with a kick. So with our squats, we're gonna be a little bit wider than hip width apart. Our toes are gonna be facing forward. And we're gonna lead with our butt. So just coming back, and when I come back, see how I keep my back straight here? Back, kick to the side. Back, kick to the side. So that's 2. Sometimes, like with me right now, my hip is clicking as I do these. That's okay as long as it doesn't hurt. Then it just means that my hips are tight and my muscles right here that cause hip flexion are just moving over my bony prominences, and as long as it doesn't hurt, then that's okay. Okay, so then our next one is our main workout. We've done our warm-up, so our main workout, we're gonna start with arms. This is a new one for us in this series, so we're gonna have our arms like this. You can have fists open or shut, doesn't matter. I'm gonna turn this way so that you can see. I always say shoulders up and back. So this is just that movement, coming forward and then back, forward and then back. I kind of imagine that my body here, my torso is a wall, so I come forward and then I try and get over that wall, forward, over that wall. And then the hardest part, and I am a sucker for this, is to not rib flare. So rib flaring is when we kind of stick our ribs out like this in order to get back. We want to engage our abdominals here and tuck our ribs in. So I'll show you a bad one. That's bad. I'm curving here, and then I'll show you a good one. And I'm a sucker for it. I do it all the time. But you really want to engage your abs here. And you are going to do 3 sets of 10 for that. The next one is just to get your heart rate up. It's just a shuffle with a jump, and there are multiple ways to do this. So you're just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and jump. If jumping hurts your knees or you just don't feel very stable, then I want you to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, jump, and just don't come up off the ground. If that's too hard, Going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just squat a little bit deeper. And you're gonna do 3 sets of 10 with those. And then our next ones, a lot of times our glutes, our glute maxes are the ones that control the whole movement that our glutes should be doing. And we don't want that to necessarily be the case because our stability here, we need strengthened glute med, especially when we're walking. At any point in our gait cycle, our glute med needs to be a main contributor. So in order to strengthen that, we want our bottoms of our feet to be up against the wall, knees pointed out, our back and our butt against the wall, and then our front leg, or our top leg is just going to clamshell here. And we are going to do 3 sets of 10. You can do 3 sets of 10 on each side, or you can do 2 sets of 10 on each side. Whatever you're feeling, listen to your body, see how you feel after one set, if your glute is tired or not. And we always have one glute that is stronger than the other, so you might want to just switch in between and see which one is harder. If you feel your butt coming away from the wall, then come back to the wall. And do these slow and controlled. The faster you do them, the less they're really working you. And then our next ones are gonna be our chin to nose. So, oh, my shoulder popped. Not everyone can close their shoulders like this, but lift your arms up higher than chest level and just see how much you can close them. Some people can only get here, here. Doesn't matter, but what we're gonna do, same thing with our rib flare, tuck your ribs here, and then bring it to the level of your chin, bring it to the level of your nose, come back down, and tuck those ribs. And it's such a simple movement, but it's going to burn after a couple. Our arms will be on fire after that. So yeah, little things can be a huge strengthener for us, even if they seem like such a simple movement. We're gonna do 3 sets of 10 for those ones. And next is our swings. So you can do this with as little of a weight as you want. You could pick a 3-pound weight, as long as you have good form. So a lot of people want to come forward like this with their shoulders. Don't do that. Remember, up and back, bending about here, toes forward. And I want you, when you come up, to lead with your glutes. So as you come down, think about squeezing your glutes together and only come down as far as you can continue to have good form and use your glutes to come up. With this, the faster you do it, the easier it really is to use your glutes because of momentum. Just make sure you're not going crazy here. I only go to about here when I come up each time. And I make sure that I'm squeezing those glutes together each time I come up. Okay, so then our next one is just going to be skaters, which we've done before, cardio move, with a jump. I kind of think of it like skipping. So skate here, jump on one leg, skate here, jump on one leg. If you can't do a skate and a jump, then you're gonna do a skate, and while you're on that one leg, you just do a fake jump, like a squat, like a one-legged squat. And you're gonna do 3 sets of 10 of those. And then after that, we will do my favorite. We are going to roll. And this week, I was reminded we haven't rolled our calves in a while. So we're actually gonna start by rolling our calves, and we're gonna keep that roll on a painful spot for 1 whole minute. Let's go ahead and do those. Okay, so to roll our calves, you put one leg down on the roll, and then the other leg you put on top of the bottom leg. Roll until you find a spot that sings to you, and you can either maintain that like reverse plank on top for a lot of pressure, or you can bring your butt down to the ground. And then also just roll side to side over that knot. Hold it for a whole minute. Time it. Go to the other leg. This one's a lot tighter for me. I think when I rolled yesterday, I released a lot in my right leg. And then roll back and forth on the knot on that side. I'm already sweating. Okay, then our next one are gonna be just rolling our ITVA. So we're gonna start up here and roll down. You can increase or decrease the intensity here. Sometimes I get a little bit nauseous too when I roll my ITVA, so just make sure that you drink water after doing this too. Put your top leg out in front, and that will kind of help you control how much pressure you're putting down through that leg. I found a spot here. Again, go front, like towards your head, and then back towards your butt. Back and forth. I just found a really painful one. Hold that for 1 minute. And then switch to the other side. Once you do that side, then you're going to do your glutes. So go ahead and sit on top. Cross one leg over the top here. And then just roll into that glute until you find a spot. Again, go back and forth horizontally to find the one that hurts the goodest. And then, since we did do some arms, we're going to go ahead and do a stretch from last week, which is the elbows on chair. So just come into this locked in position. Put our elbows on the chair, scoot your butt back, and then we're going to hold this, pushing our head down. You're going to feel your lats too, just I feel right here being stretched. And then to increase the intensity or decrease, you're going to push your hands forward or backwards. And once you find that spot, for me it's right here, you're going to hold that for 1 minute. And then we're done with our first workout of the week.